Good afternoon, it's Friday the 10th of January. I had come over the river to fish today. We had rain overnight. I didn't really expect it to be like this, so I think I'm going to be wasting my time. If you remember, I came over and fished on this weir a couple of months back. I was actually stood on the sill over there, fishing where the water was running over the weir and where the actual river is, which is 10 yards from the wall over the other side, running downstream. And this is just normally a bit of backwater here, as with most of this here. But I really didn't expect it to be like this. I thought it would be a little bit higher, but I'm totally amazed. Anyway, I think I'll just be wasting my time completely. Not worth me going anywhere else, because I've only got river gear in really. I might perhaps have a look at a canal on the way home. So I think what I'll do instead is I'll head back to the house and prepare some bread for fishing somewhere else. Anyway, I'll talk to you in a bit. It's just about 3:30 and I've popped down to the canal just to have an hour down here before it gets dark. I've been looking around the rivers. End of last week and the weekend we had a lot of rain, and to be honest they're just completely flooded. One or two have burst their banks and the others are not far from it. They're going through chocolate brown. I thought I'd be wasting my time trying to do that, so I thought I'd come down to the canal just for, as I said, the last hour. Won't go an hour into dark. And I've still got the river kit that I'd got in the back of the car, which I was going to obviously fish with, and I've just plumbed up the depth now. You can see where the float is. I'm at about 5.5 feet. It's quite deep in front of me here, and what I'm actually after tonight is perhaps a perch or a roach or even a bream. I've caught some good hybrids and roach and bream from here before. I don't know what it fishes like in the winter because they don't normally come down here. Anyway, I've got a 1.5 AA, or sorry, a 3 AA or a 1.5 swan chubber, because I was all set up for the river. I've got my little 11-foot rod, centre pin reel, £3 main line. I've got a £3 fluorocarbon hook link. I've got some bulk shot just over halfway of 2 AAs, and then I've split the rest into BBs. One about 6 inches above the hook and the other one just at the top of the hook length. I've got a size 10 on, and I'm literally just going to fish at the end of the rod, which is almost halfway out into the canal where the boat channel is, to be honest here, because it's very narrow as you can see on the camera. And for baits, I've got some lovely lobworms and some red worms and that. I've gone out of the wormery. I brought a little bit of crushed up bread with me, bread mashed, which I was obviously going to use on the river, and I've got some bread flake as well. As I said, I don't know whether we'll do any good, but we'll give it a go for a little while. Certainly won't catch anything sitting at home, will I? So we'll have a go. Apart from that, the only thing I've got is a landing net. I've got a disgorger in my pocket, some spare hooks, and a spare spool of line should I snag on the bottom or get broken up and I need to tie on a new hook length. Otherwise that's it. I'm going to reposition the camera now, stick it just behind me, and then you'll be able to see a bit more of what's going on. Now I haven't got the lavalier microphones with me tonight because I was travelling so light, so I've left them off. So I do apologise for the sound quality in advance, especially if I forget and I turn my head in that direction, it's going to go a little bit quiet. I'm going to leave the rod there on the floor. I'm going to put in a couple of handfuls of mashed bread right at the end of the rod tip, just to kick-start it. I'm lining up with a mark on the far bank. It's not very finely mashed, but it'll do. Hopefully we shouldn't see any boats this time of night now. And there'll be enough colour drops out of the canal for fish like perch and whatever to see by sight. There's actually a patch of bubbles coming up further over down there. There's a trail of bubbles coming along. Right, we'll start with a good old decent sized worm. I'm not going to use the tail at the moment, I'm going to use the whole worm. I'm going to hook that behind the head. I'm fishing, so I'm just resting on the bottom. And as I said, I'm fishing right at the end of the rod tip. It's pointless trying to fish any further over, because all that will happen is I'll have the toe and it will just be, even if I've got wagglers and that was there, they'd just be dragging the float one way or the other. I sit on the rod tip here, that's why I've got the chubber on, because the chubber float's heavy enough to suspend the worm, even if I need to go up an inch or two, sorry, take the float down an inch or two, so that the worm's just touching the bottom rather than resting on the bottom as it is at the moment. What I'll do is I'll just throw a few worm fragments over the top of that. I haven't got any scissors or anything to chop any worms up. Evening. Oh, just started. Just having an hour. Thank you. Ooh. I just actually had a dip on the float then. Here we go. Yeah, something's got it. Here we are. There you go. Oh, it feels pretty solid, whatever it is. Sat on my hands and counted for about 3 seconds just to make sure, because it was quite a big piece of worm, make sure it got it in its mouth. Oh, it is a perch, you know. Here we go. Gorge up. Oh, even got my worm back. There we go, not massive, I don't know, about 3/4 pound, half a pound, 3/4 pound, but on a cold winter's day, it's more than welcome. Hello, I've just caught a perch. I just caught a perch. About 3/4 pound. Oh, and there's an owl. There's an owl just landed over. I bet I've caught that on the camera. There's looks like a barn owl, just landed in the little paddock opposite me and just took off. But yes, yeah, I just caught a perch of about 3/4 pound. On a nice piece of bread flake. Yeah, that brings a different result. Probably looks much lighter on the camera, but it's almost getting to the point where I won't be able to see the float shortly without putting the torch on.
Yep, it's got it. Here we are. Feels a bit roachy. Feels reasonable though. It is, I think. Going quite well. Result. Barbless up, but he doesn't want to let go. I'll get in front of the camera. Look at that then. That's not bad, is it? I think it's a hybrid. Not 100% certain it's a true roach, but it's hard to tell in this light, to be honest. But I'm not going to complain. Put that back and see if I can get another. Right, I'm going to call it an evening at that. I've had a bit of fun. I've had that perch and I've had that hybrid. Not bad considering all I'd got was my river gear with me and had to have a change of plans from what I was going to do. So I'm not going to complain. I'll come back another night, I think, with some better tackle or some more suitable floats, I think, and give it another go another evening. Anyway, once again, thank you for watching. And until the next time, all the best with your angling.